Welcome back.
Debatable.
The Debatable Podcast. MC War.
The official sport of rap battling.
Yeah, man. And yesterday, we just were talking about unsportsmanlike conduct. And we got another one. Of course, this is the rumor, right? I saw it across social media, across YouTube, several of the battle rap media platforms. Something we kind of already knew. Something that actually I saw Shotgun Suge say.
Okay.
But, you know, I thought he was joking.
Okay.
Because he said that she had blocked him on social media.
Flag on the play.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know, and this is the first thing that we talked about, because when we talked about, I asked Dentut, because we don't like personals. You know, I know in battle rap, that's what they love to do these days. But back in the day, you didn't know. You didn't know the guy that, like, you didn't know him that well. So you met him.
Cass wasn't digging in nobody's trash.
Yeah.
Seen a cord hanging out. Oh, it's a fan.
Yeah, you at that moment in time, you probably met the hottest guy from another neighborhood, and y'all went at it, and y'all spit your best material. You might have went off the head, and you might have said a couple things.
Right.
You might have had like a couple of rhymes that sounded like they were personals, but they really wasn't personal.
In the windows.
Yeah, because they, you know, you didn't know the guy, right? In this generation, that's, again, of course, in the typical battle rap spaces, not all, they love personals, right?
Man.
So
Cass Tim Boots be vertical.
Yeah, for real. So my thing was that a personal? And we came to the agreement that it wasn't personal because of the fact that it was public news.
But we ain't heard nothing about what happened to Pat Poose.
Last year, rumors started to spread that Remy was dealing with a battle rapper named Easy the Block Captain.
It's no longer personal. You know, it's no longer, there's no trash. It's on everybody's social media feed. So how can that be digging in somebody's trash?
Nah, it's in the cloud.
Wake up. Wake up.
You know, so that being said, we came to the agreement that it wasn't personal, right? That was public information, right? Fair game, right?
The
fact that she's with Easy the Block Captain.
The fact that
Easy the Block Captain kind of resembles Papoose.
The fact that
she left Papoose for Easy the Block Captain, right?
That's a lot of facts, man.
Yeah, what else? What other facts?
There's just a lot of facts.
Let me know if I'm missing any, though.
I mean,
that's pretty much it, right?
The Christmas tree picture.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
the Christmas
definitely.
Tree picture did it.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is that when you have all these different facts that's out, you know, and people are talking about it,
right?
And then you're a league owner, and then you're the nucleus of the conversation, and you stand in the middle, you know. You're dead in the middle, Little Italy.
Dead in the middle of little did we know every riddle to middle didn't do this.
This is what happens.
Facts.
You get caught out there. I mean, everybody get caught out there that stands in the middle.
Nah, that's 100%.
Smack
too, all the time.
So I mean, you know, to give the man an X because he voiced his version of his opinion of what happened
exactly
during a session of how guys lyrically perform. This is what they do. Is be highly disrespectful. You're lucky it wasn't Arsonal.
What, you mad? Because I'm talking about your dad, mommy, and dad?
I think
but they battled yet. I'm sure. But go ahead. Yeah, she definitely is.
Nah, I'm just saying. I don't think Arsonal had the ability.
Well, he was there. He was speaking vicariously through Suge. You ain't see he was right next to him, like, yeah, he's egging him on, man.
Even with that, who the fuck talking to? even if that was a vicariously a moment,
right?
If it would have been Arsonal,
yeah,
that guy right there has no filter.
Nah, facts.
You know, he told you he's Mr. Disrespectful.
They haven't battled. Interesting. And now, come on, I don't even know if they can. I don't know if they can, because you know what he's gonna talk about, man. You know what he's gonna talk about. So banning Shotgun Suge, that is unsportsmanlike conduct. Come on, man. That's crazy. But now, this is what I was thinking of. What if there was an agreement for him not to talk about? Maybe what if he signed something or gave not even a man's agreement, man to man. Yeah, like, you know, like, okay, I'm booking you, right? Here's the information, you know, whatever. You send the contracts get signed, deposit. Right before you send the deposit, you say, listen, don't talk about the Remy Ma situation, bro. That's the only thing.
Talk about that's the only thing in the room. The elephant is in the room. Do not talk about the elephant.
Can't talk about the elephant. Just ignore the elephant. Man. You don't think they said that to him at all?
Listen, man.
You don't think they said that to him at all? So if they didn't, no, you can. You can. Why not? It's their platform, right? Okay. They don't call themselves the official sport of battle rap, do they? Nah. We the official sport of battle rap. So when we do something, you know, when we put on a battle, OMP, Charlie Clips, Vado, Saigon, you know, Arsenal Goods, K-Shine, Math Hoffa, some of the battles we put on, you know, everything for us is, you
official.
We keep it fair. We keep the same amount of bars. We don't do time, right? We count bars. Y'all saw that, right? Bars over time, you already know. So now, again, the question is, if Shotgun Suge was given that caveat, even if it was like, yo, man to man or female to man, female, you know, woman to man or whatever, like, listen, don't bring it up. He shouldn't have brought it up. Yeah, but
it's getting brought up.
But she should have known that they might still bring it up. But he's like, all right. She's like, well, if you're gonna do that, then don't expect to get booked here. I mean, it's
you can't get mad at the situation because that's just what it is. Man. We're living in a time where, you know, that's the conversation, man. This is front page news right now.
Front page,
and
goodness
it's like,
gracious.
you know, cats is talking about that.
Yeah,
you know
definitely
what I mean? Like, yo, what kind of presents was under the Christmas tree? I want to know. You know,
definitely.
Did she cook breakfast Christmas morning? Did you bring her cookies and the milk? They want to know.
Oh man, it's too much, man. But you know, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, you know, goodness gracious. All right, but yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct. That's official. There's really nothing to cut around it.
No debate.
Unless no debate. Unless there was a caveat already there for him not to talk about it. That's the only way. And then we don't know because she's not going to expose that, right? Neither is he, right? Okay, so, but it is what it is, man. So Donald Trump, he's in like day 3 right now? Or day 2? Was it 3? It's like 3, right? Yeah, it's like day 3. He just finished day 3, Wednesday.
I mean, he started...
Monday wasn't really his day. So
he started at day 1, started signing all types of stuff.
Yeah, -1. He was on it. Yeah, because the war ended. And you know Biden is trying to take credit for the war, but come on. You know, the Palestinian war is over. Yeah, well, you know, it's on pause. It's ceasefire. Yeah.
Ceasefire. Come on, man.
You got an open air prison. Check this out.
Come on.
Guess who just interviewed Elon Musk's father?
Elon Musk's father?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Guess who?
Joe Rogan.
Nah, Vlad. Ooh. Yeah, he got that off. And yo, he immediately went in. Ooh. He immediately went into the Jewish conversation. Immediately, because, you know, as I'm listening, I'm like, well,
isn't he Dutch or something?
Yeah, but there's like, you know, but Vlad is a Jew.
Right.
And it was a statement that Elon Musk made on Twitter about Jewish people. I'll pull up the tweet. We'll go ahead and show you. We'll put it right here. You'll be able to see it yourself. And, you know, so he's like, well, if you got an issue with Jews, who would that come from? That would come from the parents, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
He didn't say that, but that's what I was assuming when I was watching the show. I was like, okay.
I mean, you're a product of the tree, man. Yes. You know what I mean? You're a product of the tree.
So you know,
whichever tree you fell from.
And you know, he's been doing his best. This is Vlad I'm talking about, to get people to talk about the Palestinian and Israeli war. Remember, he went on this whole campaign, like, to get people to actually be active in the conversation. Right? Remember that?
Right.
So I just thought that was really strategic to get him on, because he immediately went in on the Jewish conversations, mentioned, like, because he's, you know, like I said, he didn't say this, but I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, you're his father. So chances are his thinking about Jewish people came from you. I also see how they use his father. They lobby with his father. Come on, man. They by you go.
Do you guys know what lobbying is?
Yeah, exactly. Should we pull up a definition? You want to put up a definition? But yeah, so, and what I mean by that is, you know, because he just was like, I just met with the president of the Sheikh of Saudi Arabia, right? And I'm like, oh, that's a lobby move. You get what I'm talking about? Like, he's talking to you to talk to your son about whatever they want to do business wise. You get what I'm talking about?
Wow.
So either which way, you know, I digress, but I wanted to go into that because I just thought that was pretty interesting as far as strategy from Vlad wanting to go ahead and get at this guy about the comments he made about the Jews. And then of course, remember the sign the Hail Hitler sign. This guy told.
He was just sharing his heart.
He jumped off.
He was just sharing his heart.
My man, he jumped off the interview. He jumped off the interview with that one right there. Vlad wasn't playing no games. He was
sharing his heart, man, to the people, man.
It's something going on bigger than what we could think. It's bigger than what we think because the thing about it is these.
Do y'all even care?
Listen, these thought processes, whether we like it or not, they're entering into our, spaces by way of people like, Vlad and others, and because obviously.
Well, no, Vlad knows what's really good. So he because he's in an interesting place, right? Because he's hip hop.
He is hip hop, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have a still like a view. A perspective that came by way of his parents,
right,
and his upbringing,
right,
and his political views,
right. So that's my point. He's in an interesting space,
right,
because he's hip hop, and he knows what's really going on,
exactly,
to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you had Vlad, right, and Sway, right,
okay,
Vlad is able to walk through several doors.
Right.
Before Sway could walk through the first door.
Come on, that's a fact.
If you have
that's
Vlad
a fact.
and you have Don Lemon, right?
Right.
Vlad is walking through several doors before Don.
There's a couple Don Lemon is getting in there.
Maybe one or two. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe one or two.
The LGBT definitely.
Maybe one or two.
But then again, Vlad could probably get through that door too, because he ain't got nothing. He never say nothing bad about the LGBTQ community.
And these doors that we're talking about is doors of mental thought processes that
agendas,
you know what I mean?
Legislation.
On, man. You guys don't have no clue.
Yeah, man. These thought processes become the laws 10 years from now, 20 years from now.
Bills that are passed,
right?
The distractions that are created while they're signing the bill,
right?
To let you know after the smoke cleared, this is what was just signed,
right?
Like you can't do this, that, and the third. Like Fauci.
Oh,
Fauci.
Man. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Had cats take all types of
medicines, killing people, man.
You know what I'm talking about? And now he done got what?
And now they can't ban us. They can't shadow ban us now for talking about it either.
They done gave him a pass.
They can't shadow ban. Yeah, they gave him a pass. But I'm saying before you couldn't even have this Fauci conversation without your YouTube channel getting hit.
But the fact that they gave him a pass is crazy.
I mean, it is.
And this is the mental spaces that you guys got to get on.
It's a war. It's a war going on.
Got to get
agendas.
on these mental spaces, man. You have
Definitely.
to. You know why y'all getting on? You blowing smoke or whatever the case is. You got to be able to expand your mind to what's really going on, especially 2025, man. Going back to lobbying. Y'all big wigs that's touching real money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The ones when I was coming up, cats had lawyers on retainer.
Definitely.
Like they had lawyers, like,
When I was coming up, no, because I didn't know any guys that was really getting busy like that. But go ahead.
Man, like cats had lawyers. Bro.
I learned that later. Like oh wow, that's what they was doing.
Yeah, cats had lawyers. Like you know what I mean? And you just you hit them off, and it starts from probation. Like once you got that probation, and he got you on probation, you ain't do time. You keep that lawyer. You follow what I'm saying? Now, as you keep them, you follow what I'm saying? Now you got them on retainer. Now, but my point is, if you know better, right, to have a lawyer, right, that you can even have a conversation with, my man, you want to get that lawyer to help you get a lobbyist. So if you do get caught out and you have to do time, like right now, Diddy got cats at your man's door like, yo, we have
Trump's? Come on. We
gotta have this type of conversation.
100%.
What's really good?
100%.
Because this particular administration is the administration that do deals.
Exactly.
That
exactly. I think he said, didn't he say something about Diddy? Well, he definitely said Eric Adams, that he was going to pardon Eric Adams. And Eric Adams actually went to his Mar-a-Lago location a couple of days before the inauguration, maybe like a week after a week before the inauguration, yeah.
And that's where the deals get cut, you know what I'm saying, between, Grey Poupon and so on.
Nah, 100%. So, for you all that don't know, just, for future, lobbyists basically they influence the decisions of government officials or legislators. And what they do, I'm always I'm always thinking it's money. It is money in a way. Again, it goes into a lot more detail than I could give you right now. But lobbyists can use direct contact letters, emails, social media to influence officials. They use introduction, defeat, or amendment of legislation, right? They use the influence to influence the executive approval, veto, or amendment of legislation, and can try to influence the awarding of grants or contracts. That's, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, so we think it's a game, but either way, it really is one, and we're just not participating. So now, with all this being said, I want to ask you about this. Baron Trump, the son, the tall guy, sitting who is he sitting next to?
Well,
Elon Musk, right?
Does he plays for?
Yeah, right. So now, tell me about this thing. You yesterday he was scrolling, and I took some notes, but tell him about the Baron Trump, the book that came out, and Trump being a potential time traveler. That's crazy.
Well, you know, what's interesting is Trump is an interesting guy. Like we were taught about, you know, Trump since Dr. York. You know
definitely.
And, you know,
definitely.
Help free Dr. York. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
And like his face was on
the Leviathan book.
Leviathan
exactly.
book back then. You know,
exactly. In the 80s.
You know
exactly.
Like, yeah. So my point is, like, when we was getting lessons, that's when we was taught about, you know, cashless society.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Things of that nature, and taught about how, you know, the governors one day will become presidents of your area. So every state, the governor is the president. So, you know, stuff gets shut down.
Facts.
That's going to be the person that runs your area. This is back then. So, you know, as we taking these lessons, you know, time goes by. You know, boom, this guy Trump's become president. Like, okay, that's the guy that looked like that guy on the book. Okay. So now as time going on, you know, this guy right here, he's hated by most, you know what I'm saying? Loved by some, you know. But then at the same time, you know, as I'm
who is hated by some? Trump.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, loved by more, obviously. Shoot.
Hated by some.
He won, yeah, definitely. Hated by some, definitely.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So my point is,
right.
You know, as time is going on, I'm learning more and more about this guy.
Exactly.
And I'm learning that his family, it's not just him. His family goes down the rabbit hole.
Yo, for
his
real.
His family been going.
For real.
His family been around.
And I thought it was just the Bushes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like, I thought it was just the Bushes.
Like this guy been around. Like
when I say the Bushes, the Bush family, the George Bush, you know, senior, junior, you know, you got these Bushes that go back to the 40s,
Come
you know.
on, man.
Exactly.
One of the Bushes was with the Muhammad's, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like.
Well, one of the Bushes wrote The Life of Muhammad. So there's a Life of Muhammad book written by one of the George Bushes. Yes, correct. So there's definitely a connection. So, you know, I was thinking about this Saddam Hussein, the other, because somebody was playing it, because, you know, obviously it's beef between Trump and Bush to a degree, right? Between, right? There's a definitely, like, Trump has said some things about Bush, and Bush has not completely supported Trump. Am I correct in that?
Right.
Okay.
It's politics there.
Yo, man, it's more than that, bro. It's definitely more. It's more business. It's more entanglement than we know. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Because when you talk about, they got rid of the guy by way of the son.
Right.
So the war started by way of the father with the Bushes. When it comes to Saddam Hussein, right? The war started with the father.
Right.
Then he used the son to get him out of there before he could ask any. When they killed this guy, they hung him, bro. That was a debt. That was a, what do you call it? That was revenge. You know what I'm talking about? On another level. And now, knowing that there are these Trumps, right? You got the Baron Trump. That's obviously, look, they putting him in position for the future. But so you say,
what team he plays for? So back to the story. Like, you know, this guy Trump, you know, his family goes down. So you figure, and then you'll find out what Nikola Tesla was one of them guys that was an inventor, you know what I'm saying, went from DC to AC electricity.
And then you see the connection. You got Tesla and
Elon Musk.
You
sure?
Yeah. And then you see Elon Musk with, well, I got more. Continue.
So, you know, you figure out Tesla, you know, electricity went from DC to AC, you know, and then, you know, when he passed or transitioned or his demise, they called who? They called Trump.
The story is that Donald Trump could be a time traveler because of the fact he was dealing with, his uncle was dealing with Tesla, who had the technology to potentially travel in time. When you look at the movie
DC to AC electricity,
right? Look at the movie Men in Black. That movie is about Tesla. Like when you go do research on Tesla, you find that the Men in Black was following him.
Is the movie Men in Black real? A recent declassified FBI document mentioned that Nikola Tesla, considered one of the greatest genius inventors in human history, was from Venus. Namely, he was an extraterrestrial.
And Men in Black is an organization within the government that is actually even higher than the CIA because they deal with intergalactic.
They travel.
You know,
in time.
yeah, they travel in time and they deal with any type of beings that extraterrestrials that come to the planet.
Right.
They govern over all of that, right? So it made me realize that the Bushes had the CIA, but the Trumps got the Men in Black.
Because why? Because his father, when they called Trump,
exactly.
Look,
not his father, his uncle.
When they called the Trump,
right? When there was some
Tesla,
was
dealing with a certain type of weapon,
that
Mussolini had, during the time of war, which was called a death ray. And that death ray came from Nikola Tesla. So now they had their eyes on Tesla. So now when he passed, they called a Trump to go see what else was within his discoveries.
And the funny thing is they say MIT, but they meant
Men in Black.
MIB, not MIT. But MIT, you know, is one of the biggest science schools in the planet, engineering, etc. So yeah, go ahead.
Right. So now once you find out that
Trump, John Trump, I think it's John S. Trump, exactly.
Once you find out that John Trump he was a scientist,
John G. Trump
had Tesla's information. It goes within reason to say that he was able to further the information or further the experiments or whatever was taking place. So now as time goes by, there's these series of books that was written by this particular author, and it has this within the story it has Byron, right? Baron. That is schooled or educated by Don.
So just the author is Ingersoll Lockwood.
That's called the Baron Trump novels. So Baron is being schooled by Don, not Donald, but Don.
Exactly.
Right?
Okay, continue. Yep.
Baron lived on Fifth Avenue in the 1800s in this story, in this book.
Exactly.
So now, when you find out where Don or Donald,
but not only that,
he lives on Fifth Avenue also, which is where the Trump Towers are.
But not only that, where did Baron Trump live? On Fifth Avenue in Castle Trump. So he lived in a building called. So this is a book written in the 1800s. And the book is talking about
Castle
Trump and Baron Trump living in the Castle Trump on Fifth Avenue, the same place where the Trump Tower is now, where Donald Trump was living.
And I ain't trying to blow your high.
This
I'm
guy,
just letting you know what's going on.
And his mentor, or whatever, in the book is Don. This is crazy. But yep, continue.
But see, when you fast forward, right now, you got Donald. That is schooling Baron.
Facts.
Right now.
Facts.
As everything's going on.
So who is the time traveler, Baron or Donald? Either way, one of them, right? So now check this out. You ready? You ready for this one? Can I guess what? So why you think they just created the Stargate?
Thing I read, Sam Altman. So that's great that you're coming in together. That's a massive group of talent and money. Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate.
Yeah, they just created the Stargate.
Isn't that a movie?
Yeah, but it's a movie. Exactly. But the whole point is, what's the movie about? The movie is about teleporting from different time zones, from different planets, from different planets to different times.
Did you say time travel?
That's what Stargate was about. So now Donald Trump creates a Stargate program. And who does he bring on? He brings on Sam Altman. OpenAI.
Who's that guy?
Come on, he's the founder of OpenAI. All this so the most, what is it, advanced computers? Sam Altman is the one that got access to them right now. Sam Altman is the one that's educating these supercomputers. These are the type of computers you would need in order to probably fulfill anything you're doing as a time traveler.
Like, what year that guy was born?
Who? Which one? Sam Altman?
This guy Sam.
Yo, he a young guy, bro. Man, look at him, man. You know, he used to be with, Y Accelerator? Is it Y Accelerator? Entrepreneurship platform. Either which way, their goal is to basically take companies from one level to the next level by putting on people on their board, connecting them with different mentors and coaches, and taking the company to the next level. They call them incubators.
Right.
Y Combinator, that's the name of it. Y'all could Google it. So Sam used to be a part of Y Combinator. So so being in that position, you catching every business that's going to be the next, OpenAI. So then the other person, SoftBank CEO, his name is Masa, Masa. Yeah, by the way. And last was Larry Elliott, or the Oracle.
These guys are billionaires.
Oracle CEO. Come on, all of them are billionaires, man. Come on, man.
Which means they got the bread to make it happen, however they want to make it happen.
Exactly. So now the time traveler
and lobby.
So now Larry Ellison. So now the time traveler has access to the most advanced, artificial intelligence, because they even had conversations about super artificial intelligence. This is what he says during the opening. The guy from Japan, the SoftBank CEO, he starts talking about the level. He said, we're about to be doing, AI is going to do things that humankind can't even fathom. Like, that's the type of conversation he was having. So imagine having that to your disposal.
And the thing about it is, I'm sure one of y'all got someone to know how to hack within y'all midst.
Right.
Yo, just chop it up with them, man. And within this conversation about AI and open AI and how interesting it is and how interesting this topic of discussion is, because this is where we at right now. Matter of fact, Japan is like these guys, like China, Japan, and certain places in Qatar, certain places, like, these guys are futuristic. They're Jetsons for real.
No, for real.
They're Jetson right now while we're over here.
Saudi Arabia too. All the Middle Eastern countries, man, they taking it to the next level, straight up and down, man. But to tie it all in, the last book in the series called the Barron Trump novels. What was the last book in the series?
The Last President.
Come on, man. Come on. You can't make this stuff up.
We were
Come
taught
on,
that
man.
your man
was the last president.
Yeah, we were taught that your man was your is the last president, based on how he do things and how he don't matter. He didn't put his hand on the Bible, bro.
Yep. Oh yeah, we talked about it on the last episode.
He ain't put his hand on the Bible.
Yup, he's telling you
so
right
like,
now.
Yo, listen.
What it is.
There is none after me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe that tall guy is
gracious.
after him. You know what I'm saying? That tall guy.
Right.
What team do he play for?
I don't know, man. But I was gonna go into the latest battles, man. So shouts out to versetracker.com. That's what I really wanted to shout out, man. .com. So shouts out to our guy Chef Trez.
Chef Trez.
Yeah, shouts out to Chef Trez.
He be chefing it up
out of Atlanta. He battled Hero, presented by Real Spit Battle League, right? From the All Scores Settled event.
Shouts out.
Chef Trez got some numbers, 14 million total views.
Ooh.
Yep.
That man working.
Total battles 167.
Crazy.
Average views 84,332.
Got it.
He goes up against Hero at 113,000 total views, right? Battles cataloged 48, average views 2,360.
Okay.
Next up was Fox versus Johnny Storm, presented by Universal Battle Realm from the Propaganda 2 event. Okay, so Fox total views only 15,000, only 19 battles cataloged, average views 829. He's new into the game. We got Johnny Storm though. Johnny Storm 3.2 million total views, 109 total battles cataloged, 29,000 average views per battle. Then shouts out to RBE. They just dropped Arsonal versus Coach Corleone on there from the Now What event.
Now what?
Exactly. Arsonal, we already know he's coming up on 110 million, 109 million total views of his battles, 82 battles cataloged, 1.3 million average views. He went up against Coach Corleone, who is building his repertoire with total views of 400,000, 26 battles cataloged, average views 15,400. And also just released from the Black Ice Cartel is Nitty versus Killa B. And Nitty total views 37 million, 62 battles cataloged.
Okay.
Average views 602,000. He went up against Killa B. Killa B has an average views of 9,000, right? So this was definitely a good look for Killa B. Total battles catalog 70. Total views 674,000. Next up was Raptor Warhorse versus Sean Cray. This is UK Premier Battle League. Shout out to Premier Battles, right? This was from their pit event.
Premier Battle League shouts.
The undisclosed 13 pit event. The pit, I'm sorry, exactly. And Raptor Warhorse, 2.4 million total views. Yeah, 53 battles.
Those are solid numbers right there.
Yeah, definitely. 46,000 average every battle. He went up against Sean Cray. Sean Cray got a total views of 32,000, 9 battles cataloged, and average views of 3,626. And last but not least, shouts out to J Murder.
J Murder, that's our guy.
They just released this is all part of the Rare Breed, the Now What event, right? And they just released Active versus J Murder. Active total views 1 million. Battles catalog 35. Average views 30,000. So this was perfectly evenly matched. He went up against J Murder, 2.8 million views total. So he's got way more views total, but they have almost the same average views. J Murder 32,600 average views per battle, and he's got 86 battles cataloged.
Wow.
So shouts out. Actually, I got one more, Danger Zone. And I was just talking about him because it seemed like Danger Zone hadn't battled in a long time. I was really feeling the guy. He went up against a new artist. Shouts out iBattleTV. I love how iBattleTV does it, how they build up their new artists, right? And he went up against Pennywise. So Danger Zone, 4.9 million total views.
Wow.
Average is 80,000 views per battle, right? 61 battles cataloged. He went up against Pennywise. Pennywise, 11,000 views. 17 battles cataloged. 680 average views per battle. Shouts out to versetracker.com. And with that,
I want to send out condolences to Project Pat. His son just passed away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he just passed away within, I guess, the last 36 hours. Want to definitely send out condolences to his family.
Wow. Okay, rest in peace. I didn't know that, man. I'm sad to hear that, man.